This thing is heavy. Welcome back, everyone. Just had a delivery truck show up and drop me off my clutch. If you don't remember, this is what the old one looks like. This hub broke and it was wedged against the springs. I'm surprised I made it home with it, let alone pulling that thing home on the trailer. And update, it's broke down again. That pump that I put thread inserts in, one of the thread inserts popped, blew the O-ring again. But when I was fixing that, I went and ordered a brand new pump, different brand, and it should be here in a few moments. And hopefully it's not too noisy. We're having some weather. It's been raining all day. It's wet, it's cool. It's free air conditioning in the shop. So before we get to that clutch, I gotta take care of some other business. I got a brand new vice grip, and I have an O-ring. Now, yeah, this O-ring was $6.44 from those fellers right there. But I wanted to be very sure I had the right O-ring. I'm sure I could have got it for like $1 somewhere local. That O-ring goes up in here. So I already have the single bolt off the valve cover pulled out for the dipstick, and the dipstick pulled out. And then this can be pulled out just like that. And you can see why this was leaking. It was leaking a lot. As you can see, somebody tried to seal it up with some gasket maker or something. Hoping I don't drop this whole works into the pan, because that wouldn't be good. I don't really feel like pulling the pan. All that stuff they put on here isn't making it easy for me. And my wrench isn't the best here. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to take you out of the way so I can get a better shot at this. As you can see here, this doesn't come out of here. So a guy's gonna have to fish the O-ring out and then fish the new O-ring in. This O-ring is pretty dang hard. I think I got most of the O-ring out. Oh, there's a piece. It's easier said than done getting that hard one out of there, because it's like all siliconed in and stuff. So I got it all cleaned out of there. I just about dropped it in the oil pan a couple times. This O-ring is a lot more pliable than the old one, but we'll have to see if it's actually going to seal, because it almost looks like this thing is bent or something here. so we'll see. We're just gonna have to trust that that goes in the right spot. Well, I could put just a dab of some RTV gasket maker stuff in there, and maybe that would hold it in place long enough to get it up in there. What a mess. Okay, I think it's there. Sorry about these awesome camera angles and arms in the way and stuff, guys. It's kind of a tight area. There we go. I guess I should have explained this before, but there's two different little V's in here. You got to make sure you put it in the same one you took it out of. It hits a spot in the oil pan there. Mine came out of this bottom one. I don't know if it's in the top one on vans or something, or on the big trucks or what. I'd really like to get myself a different one of these wrenches, but they're kind of expensive. And there's also an O-ring on here. As you can see, they goobered it all up on there. I'm gonna grab a new one of these and put that on too. I know that 99.95% of the leakage was this was loose and the O-ring was hard as a rock. Wish I could have taken this out because they have gasket maker jammed up in here too. But I'm gonna be changing the oil. So I've got it started up on the stud up there. That way I'm not fighting with that later. Oh yeah, that's a much better fit. I think we got this problem figured out. Now on to the clutch. Got to get this flywheel out of the way because what's in that box comes with one. Well, there's enough silicone around back here too. I don't know what they were trying to do. Huh. Well, I'm gonna get cleaned up a little bit and I'm gonna take a peek inside the box. Guys, I'm pretty excited about what's in this box. Let's get her open. shipping weight on this thing, according to the delivery service, 115 pounds. There's some metal in here. I'm glad they do an awesome packaging job with all this weight. Look at that thing. There's the lineup. New throw bearing. Ooh, it looks like it has new hardware. Nice. I better get that. Oh, it's even bolted together. So that's I'm gonna have to get that taken apart to show you guys. Well, I'm gonna have to take it apart to install it anyways, but look at that thing. There's some weight to it. And yeah, the 7.3 is externally balanced. This comes with the pilot already installed. And guys, you see this? See this right there? You see that? This baby's a twin disc. So when I showed the wife what was wrong with the old clutch, she told me, buy once, cry once. I said, are you sure? Yep, get the good one. Hopefully I got the good one. This has organic on one side and ceramic on the other side. 2 discs. I shouldn't slip that, shouldn't break it. It's rated for a lot more torque and a lot higher towing capacity, and that's what this thing's going to be doing, is mostly towing. So I'm going to get that thing taken apart and start putting it on the truck. So there's this ring on the old flywheel. I'm not going to put this on because when I check how much the bolts stick through on the old flywheel with their bolts versus the new one with this on, they're too short. So without this, they're the same length. Wow. You just stay over there. Sounds like I got company. Delivery man bringing the part for the green pickup. Let's see if this thing will get cut off here. Oh, might as well. That ain't going anywhere. Oh, and then it falls off. Set this off to the side so it doesn't land on my head. You guys remind me to put that back on. That paint stinks. This probably would be a good time right now to put in a new rear main seal, but I don't think this one was really leaking, and I didn't think that much ahead. So we're just gonna run it. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So the old bolts were 18 millimeter, and these are 19 millimeter. Wrench size. A lot of bolts to torque. Should be good. I torqued them to 95 pound-feet. Since I was touching that with my greasy hands, I'm gonna clean this thing off after I turn this a little bit. Because they went and spray painted this all the way through to help you line stuff up. This one's marked flywheel side. Not that it really matters. There's the red paint. There's little buttons on here to help cushion, to make it a little less noisy. And this one's labeled pressure plate side. You can see the ceramic and the organic materials on there. I've been cleaning up all the steel surfaces as I go. Come on now. Well, I can see that hole. So now, you guys gonna want to hold a little bit of pressure on here, keeping it about in the center, and then tighten these evenly around. Gonna snug them up with the electric here. That one's a little bit of a snug fit. My bit keeps getting stuck in there. Should be good. So I got the old one here. This is like plastic on here and stuff, where this is metal. Looks like it only goes on one way. Seems to spin a lot smoother than that other one. Well guys, I'm gonna go jam the transmission up in there and hopefully it doesn't go together too bad. Sometimes they fight going in. Never done a twin disc before. I said this while I was disassembling it, but normally you just push this thing in and it would clip. But mine, the ears broke off. So I'm just gonna hope that it went where it's supposed to go and then push in on this thing. If I get it lined up right, it should just push in and twist like that. There. That's all there is to that. Now you just go push your clutch pedal and it should be good. Well, I'm gonna get the rest of the stuff hooked up, get the starter put on, cross member on, oil changed, all that stuff. Well guys, I got the Gen 3 set up out of my green truck that keeps blowing this auxiliary pump apart on. Here's the pump right here. You can't see it now, but there was a little piece of O-ring sticking out in here. You can kind of see that it's spread a little bit. So even though I inserted this and it's quite a bit more thread contact, it apparently popped it again. Didn't pop it as hard as the last time. You know, it just pretty much peed a stream out, where the last time it just like poof and it all came out at once. So this is a Haldex 4F665. So is this one. This one's like 12 years old or better. This one's like a few months old. They changed their manufacturing slightly, as you can see in some of the casting marks. But they are the same pump. These are listed as having cast iron end caps. These are cast aluminum. No doubt about it. These are cast aluminum. So I wanted to try something else. I thought, you know, when I ordered this one, maybe they changed them because they offer them in both ways, but for some reason, I can only find it this one way. So I went and I got an Honor pump. I think that's how you say it. I believe they're a Taiwanese company, but they have a plant in Texas. This got shipped out of Texas. And this does have cast iron ends on it. And another thing is I was having issues with this one, with the seal being retained. It just kind of spring locks in there. On the cast housings, on both these, they actually have a snap ring in there. So this one has a snap ring retaining it. And this pump is a fair amount heavier than this one. And also, this has 10.9 bolts metric, and this has 12.9. So in theory, this should be an altogether better pump. It's the same displacement. There's the numbers. The thing with these are, I can only seem to find this pump in standard rotation. And in my application, I have to flip the guts around so it runs reverse rotation. This one, you can actually order it. The last number there, letter, digit, that's an L, left-hand rotation instead of right-hand. So I don't believe there's a price difference. I just ordered up the one I needed. It came right. The shaft is a little bit longer, but the housing has plenty of clearance. Same size shaft, all that stuff. So that should work out fine. One thing, the ports are the next size bigger. So I had to find different fittings for here, which shouldn't be an issue. I got them all sourced out, and this thing's going to go back together. So I'm going to get this thing all bolted up, put it back together. I'll let you guys know if I have any trouble with this. I'm going to beat the snot out of it and try to blow it up. But if this one made it, 10 years without having issues, and that's cast aluminum, I'm guessing this cast iron one, I shouldn't have any issues with ever again. Knock on wood. But I wonder if I never checked this for straightness. It might have a slight warp in it because, aluminum kind of deforms after time. But I'm gonna get this thing slapped together. And another thing I'm liking about this pump is you can get the wrench in here decent. This other one had a little cutout in there, right there. So you could hardly get a swing on the wrench. And then also see how much thicker the flange is there. Works out just fine on here. Win-win. Well guys, I got both these units hooked up to the trailers. Been beating on them a little bit. Clutch is holding real good on here. I am real pleased with this thing. It's got like the exact same pedal pressure as stock, so you don't have to work out your left leg to use the thing. And this here one, so far so good. That pump has been holding up. I went and got some stuff with the trailer, tested out the trailer, gave her a pretty good beating, and so far it's been holding up. Trailer seems pretty good. No complaints about that so far. Well, both these guys should be ready to haul some hay. So the only thing I got to do to this yet is change the transmission mount. The one that was on here is in kind of rough shape, and it's actually one for a two-wheel drive. So this truck is a four-wheel drive. See the shifter down there? But it didn't start out as a four-wheel drive. See, four-wheel drive sticker? No four-wheel drive sticker. You look up the VIN number on the dually here, and it wasn't originally a four-wheel drive. But somebody put all the period correct parts on it, so that's fine. So this transmission mount for the 4-wheel drive really isn't a whole lot different. It's going to be a lot stiffer because it's got added rubber and added supports here and there. But really, they physically bolt up the same. So, well, I'll get that put in sometime. Thanks for watching, guys. I think next time I'll be working on that baler over there. I should have been working on that a lot sooner, but I had some trouble with some stuff and some other stuff pop up. So thanks for watching. Take care and God bless. You want to run them?